time is not on my mind, but then it's you. Oh, I love it when the love comes around, and then I remember all things must pass. But I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. I'm not ready, let me have another day. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up. No, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. I'm afraid I'll end up nowhere. They keep saying I'll be fine, but how you know that I'll be there when it feels like I'm lying every time someone asks how it goes, and I save the details that actually mean something. I remember all things must pass, but I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. I'm not ready, let me have another day. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up. No, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. But I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. I'm not ready, let me have another day. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up. No, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. I'm not gonna wake up.
Hello everyone and welcome back to American Truck Simulator. Today we're here in Valdez, Alaska, and this is the Route Alaska mod, which is a freeware mod, and the link to the SES forum post is in the video description so you can read all about it and try it out for yourself. Just a little word of caution, you will need all of the ATS DLC to get this map to work, and I'll also let you know about some of the struggles I had getting the map to work in the first place and what I finally did to get it running smoothly as we go on our journey today. For those that are new to my channel, I'm Stu and I make a whole range of sim content here on the channel, but one of my favourite games is American Truck Simulator, and I love showcasing new maps and new trucks and also having a little blether at the same time. By the way, a blether is a chat in Scotland. Happy Saturday everyone, and I hope you survived the week and are having an excellent weekend. What are your plans for the weekend? For me, I intend to watch the F1 Grand Prix in Saudi Arabia, and I think it's going to be really interesting. Now if you're new to the channel, you might not know much about my ATS videos, and I always do a little bit of commentary, and one of the things we usually talk about is motorsports. Now I'd love to watch all forms of motorsports, but I just don't have the time for that these days, so I tend to limit myself to Formula 1 and NASCAR. But let me know in the comments if you are into those sports or if you're into other motorsports. I'd love to hear about it. I forgot to say that our cargo today is gravel, and we're taking it from Valdez and we're heading up the Richardson Highway to the Tonsina Ski Centre, I hope I'm saying that right, which is about 85 miles north, and I'm sure we're going to see lots of beautiful scenery here today. And I almost forgot to tell you about this beautiful trailer. It's not a standard SES one, it's the East Genesis dump trailer by HFG, and you can modify the tarp on the top to match your truck. Now we've left Valdez, we've just pulled over at the side of the road for a little comfort break. Let's have a little check out of this truck. What do you think of it? It's a modified Peterbilt by Viper 2, and it's available for free on the Steam Workshop, and there's a link in the description for it. If you're the sort of person that likes to sit down and really customize the truck, then this is the one for you. You can literally spend an hour checking out all the colour schemes, the wheel types, and all the possible options for this truck. I've equipped this one with the Z-Mods Cat Z15 engine, and that's the 800 horsepower because, well, why not? And the fuller 18-speed transmission with the Bakes trucking skin paint job, which is by Lucasi, or Lucasi, don't know how you say it. And this is a real-life haulage company that operates between Canada and Alaska. So what are you thinking of the Alaska map so far? We've been out through a little bit of freezing fog, we're out the other side. You can see how icy it's made the windows, and you can appreciate how awesome this truck is. Personally, I really like this map, but I'm going to tell you a little bit about the nightmare I had of getting it running. Well, first of all, as I said, you need to have all the DLC for American Truck Simulator, but unlike some of the other maps, you don't need to install a separate profile. The problem I found was I couldn't see Alaska on the world map at all, so it turns out you need to install one more mod which allows you to see the entire North American map, as opposed to just the default United States map which comes with the game. So I went for the Pro Mods North American one, and this allowed me then to see Alaska, it allowed me to scroll over to Alaska and travel there. So the link for that is in the video description. So yeah, coming back to motorsports and Formula 1, last week F1 kicked off the season and it was a fantastic race in Bahrain. Now there's new technical regulations and that's really shuffled the pack quite a bit. And the great news for F1 fans is that the cars seem to be able to race pretty close together and be able to follow one another. So this should lead to plenty of overtakes. I don't know if it's really making the overtakes that much easier. We still have DRS, but at least it's allowing cars to follow closely and stay with each other, which is of course half of the battle. There was a part of the race where Leclerc in the Ferrari and Verstappen in the Red Bull were swapping positions twice per lap, and so this does bode well for the rest of the season that we're going to see lots of overtakes. Now the other big news is that Ferrari are back at the front, quite literally the very front of the pack, and Red Bull seem to be fragile, whilst the Mercedes seem to just be off the pace of the front runners. So I'm sure things will even out as we get throughout the season. This weekend we're in Saudi Arabia. There's been a bit of resistance about wanting to race there by certain drivers, and I'd prefer if they didn't race there. If I'm honest, I think there's better tracks in the world, but we all know that money talks in F1. Now you've had a chance to see a little bit more of this Alaska map as we're travelling up the road here, and I really like it. For a free map, I think it's pretty decent. There is a payware map called Alaska North to the Future, which costs about $20 US, but my ethos here is pretty much to only show you freeware mods, the exception being the Z-Mod sites. SCS Software have released a new truck for ATS. It's the International 9900i, and it looks like an absolute beauty. And it's really cool to see another classic truck in the game, so if you haven't updated your game, please do that. So I'll surely be building one of those, and I'm sure it will feature on an upcoming video. So we just pulled in at the side of the road here. It's getting late in the day and we're not far away from our drop-off point, and we're just going to stop here for a bite to eat. So that's just finished our food and we're just going to head on the road. We're almost at the drop-off point here. I also want to let you know that the map is not actually snowy by default, but I'm using the Frosty Winter mod here. The default mod doesn't really contain snow except on the tallest mountain peaks. The big drawback for this map for me is that there's not really good cargo jobs within Alaska. In my experience, all I could get were jobs from other US states to Valdez, but not really anything heading up the route here. So I did have to edit the profile to allow me to use my own truck and quick travel over here, and I don't know if that's messed up some of the jobs, but if you're experiencing that, then do let me know as well. Hopefully that's something that the mod developer can fix, as we want to have more runs here within the state, particularly if we want to do convoys with us. The roads kind of remind me a little bit of the Project Australian map, and I've got a few videos on the channel describing that. Although the roads are less straight here, they do have a bit more twists and turns to them, but you get the idea. It's kind of one route and there's not really many side roads at all. The other issue, and you might have noticed it on the video here today, is there's quite a lot of scenery popping, and it's fairly extreme on this map, and I do believe that's just the way it is for some of these modded maps, and it's somewhat limited by the game. I did read somewhere online that the Pro Mods team had cracked that issue of the popping, so hopefully smaller map modders can maybe get in touch with them and use that knowledge somehow, because when you're trying to take cinematics here, it can be kind of difficult when the scenery just all of a sudden pops in. Talking of the cinematic shots, I tried to get more on this journey. I found that using the cinematic camera did cause a couple of game crashes. My advice with this one would be to stay well away from the cinematics and have a minimum number of mods installed just for stability. So we stopped at the yard here, we've spoken to the guard, and they want the cargo dropped off just by these wooden logs in this trailer over here, which shouldn't be too much of a problem. I think what we're going to do is we're going to head down the road along the back there that you can see just over those piles of gravel, and we'll turn around and head up this way, and it should allow us to make the back a little bit more straightforward. I have to take my hat off to the map developer here. He's done an absolutely fantastic job of this map, looks great, and hopefully he continues to develop it. I did say earlier, I also enjoy watching NASCAR. I enjoyed the most recent Atlanta race. They've redone the Atlanta track and they've made the banking much more steep. So it's a 1.5 mile track, but it's kind of like a mini Daytona now, and I really liked the racing there. It was really exciting, and a bit like F1, NASCAR's next generation, I suppose it could be called the current generation car, is working really well to produce some awesome racing, and that's what we want. If I had the choice, I would be watching touring cars, MotoGP, Formula 2, World Rally, all that other stuff as well, but I just do not have time for that. I want to also let you know a little bit about the channel and how we are progressing as time's moving on now. In recent weeks I've been posting much less ATS content and some more content related to other games. For example, there's been a fair bit of BeamNG content on the channel, as well as some Hunter Call of the Wild. So I intend to make the channel a bit more of a variety channel with a lot more sim content. I'm hoping in the future to show you folks a lot more flight sim, farming sim as well, but in order to do those things the ATS content has to slow down a little. So let me know in the comments how you feel about that. I've always had the philosophy that I'm making the videos of what I enjoy at the time, and that produces the best effects and gets the best out of me. But I guess there's over 100 of you that have been kind enough to subscribe to me, so I guess I must be doing something right. I want to remind you all that I have a Discord channel, so if you want to join me on a convoy on ATS, then you surely can. Just follow the link in the description and send me a message on Discord and we can get a convoy organised. And there are events happening most evenings on the server. I want to say a massive thanks for watching and well done for making it to the end. Many folks have attempted this, but very few succeed. But I do hope you've enjoyed the video and you've appreciated the beautiful scenery of Alaska. Whether you're new to the channel or have been here for a while, I do appreciate it. If nobody watched, then I simply wouldn't make these videos. But if I can entertain in some way or educate, then that makes it worthwhile. So that's us done here. All we have to do is disconnect the trailer and then we head home for the weekend. I hope you guys have an awesome weekend, and maybe consider subscribing if you haven't already done so you don't miss next month's American Truck Simulator video. Until the next one, take care.